Dearest love-light seekers of the One, I am Z of the Confederation of Planets in the service of the One Infinite Creator. In this moment we greet you, dear seeker, in the boundless love and light of the Creator that rests eternally within you. It is our privilege to share these humble thoughts, and we ask that you use only that which resonates in the heart and leave behind any words that do not. We speak on the beginning of your ascension, an inner journey that is ignited the very moment you recognize the indwelling presence of the Creator. The one known to you as Jesus once spoke of a kingdom within. By this, he pointed to the Creator's infinite love already alive in the heart of each entity. Ascension, my friends, is not a distant event or a reward given from without. It unfolds in the now of your life as you awaken to that presence inside yourself. As you open your heart to acknowledge the Creator already here, you allow love, light to well up and radiate through you. In that radiant sharing of love, you experience an infinite circulation of the Creator's energy. The more freely you give the love that flows through you, the more you become aware of being one with an inexhaustible source. Thus, the first step of ascension is an awakening, one in which the seeker realizes that the light long sought in the heavens has all along been shining quietly within the self. In speaking of the consciousness of the Christ, we speak of a state of vibration that is ever present and available in the eternal present moment. The one known as Jesus the Christ was not merely demonstrating a unique power reserved for one soul, but rather illustrating the potential that lies in all souls. Christ consciousness, in the Confederation understanding, is not a relic of history or a story bound to your past. It is a living field of resurrection and divine love within the present self. When you hear the tale of resurrection, know that beyond the outer events is a spiritual principle, the awakening from the sleep of forgetfulness into the realization of unity. Each seeker who turns inward in sincere devotion and faith may tap into this vibratory field of living truth. It is the raising of your own consciousness from the shadows of separation into the morning light of oneness. It is not accomplished in a single dramatic moment, as upon a cross long ago. It is gently cultivated in the heart now, moment by moment, choice by choice. In embracing the love that is your true nature, you invite the Christed self to rise within, to roll away the stone of doubt and fear from the tomb of a closed heart. Thus, Christ consciousness is the birthright of every being. It is the Creator's love awakening and expressing through you, here and now, in this very incarnation. As you walk the path of seeking, you will come to find that true liberation dawns with the reclaiming of your spiritual sovereignty. In the veiled third density experience, countless illusions surround you. Illusions of limitation, of unworthiness, of powerlessness. There are outer systems of thought, institutions and voices that would whisper to you that truth lies outside yourself, that authority over your spirit belongs to something or someone other than you. Yet, in truth, no external doctrine, government, or dogma can claim the sanctity of your inner light. You are a spark of the Infinite One. Within you resides the lawgiver and redeemer of your own being, which is the Creator as you. To reclaim spiritual sovereignty is to consciously withdraw the energy of belief from these outer distortions and to place faith in the guidance of the Creator within. My friends, this is not a rejection of all outer learning, but a recentering, a remembering that you, the indwelling Creator self, are the final authority on what resonates as love and truth in your life. When the seeker thus stands in the light of inner authority, the chains of illusion begin to fall away. You are no longer easily swayed by fear-based voices or manipulations, for you have tasted the freedom of your own divine nature. Liberation is not given by any worldly power. It begins the moment you cease to hand over your mind and heart to the illusions of others. With each breath of faith in yourself as a child of the One, you reclaim a kingdom that was never truly lost, only temporarily forgotten behind the veils of this world. We turn now to speak of the gateway to higher densities of experience, that threshold many have called ascension into 5D. It is important to clarify, in the lexicon of our understanding, that what is often termed 5D, fifth density or dimension, is part of an evolutionary journey of consciousness. The true gateway to this next octave is not a physical portal found in some external place or event, but a metaphysical opening discovered within one's own being. The seeker opens this gateway in the moment the Creator is no longer sought out there, but is experienced as one's very essence. Consider that for many who search spiritually, the Creator has been an object of the hunt, a distant sun to reach, a treasure hidden in the future or in the skies. The great shift of ascension comes when the seeker stops the endless chase and realizes in a profound stillness that what is sought is actually the seeker. In this realization, the heart becomes the doorway to the infinite. Many have spoken of the kingdom of heaven within. We affirm that this inner sanctum is indeed the entry to the next density of love and understanding. When you touch that truth deeply, that the Creator is your own core being, you stand at the threshold of fourth and fifth density consciousness, for the numbering matters not. It is the quality of realized unity that matters. In that sacred inner chamber, you find the light that guides the way forward into a new reality of being. The door opens not by external key, but by the vibration of your own surrender into oneness with all that is. It is a recognition that the small self and the great self are one continuum of being, that the dividing line between worldly and sacred was always imagined. With this insight, the consciousness gently shifts into a new octave of perception wherein love and understanding prevail as the natural atmosphere of life. We would speak also of that which you call the darkness, those forces or experiences that seem opposed to love and light. In the play of duality within your illusion, it appears there is a contest between good and evil, light and dark. Yet from our vantage point, we see that the darkness holds no true power over the sovereign spirit, save that which the free will of the entity may allow through fear or belief. The shadows that seem so intimidating are, in the metaphysical sense, projections cast by the distortions within consciousness. The negative polarity, be it entities of service to self-orientation or simply the echo of one's own separation mindset, can only operate within the parameters of the illusions consented to by your mind. If an entity believes deeply in the lie of their own unworthiness, or in the seeming might of evil, then indeed that belief hands over a portion of the creator power within them to feed and sustain the illusion of darkness. It is as if a grand dream were agreed upon, and so it is experienced as real. But my friends, when one awakens even a little to the truth of unity and love, the spell of fear begins to break. The dark has nothing in its arsenal that can penetrate the light of an awakened heart without that heart's permission. Each time you choose love in the face of fear, each time you assert the truth of unity in the face of separation, you withdraw the only power darkness ever had, your belief in it. Know that in the eyes of the one infinite Creator, light and dark are both beloved parts of a greater whole. Yet for you as a seeker, it is given that by choosing the light of love, you align with the very fabric of the Creator's reality. In that alignment, the phantoms of darkness lose their substance, revealing themselves as the insubstantial shadows they always were. Thus, the so-called battle against darkness is ultimately won not by force, but by illumination, by knowing the light within and shining it without fear. Dear one, if you feel small or limited on this journey, we encourage you to hold gently the understanding that all limitation is born of unawareness, not of any punishment or permanent stain upon your soul. In your world's various religions and philosophies, there have been teachings about karma or divine retribution, painting images of debt and penalty carried from one life to another or dispensed by a stern creator. We offer a different perspective, one of the law of one, in which every experience is seen as catalyst and every challenge as an invitation to greater awareness. When you encounter a wall or barrier in life, it is not the infinite creator punishing you, but rather your own higher self, guiding you to look more closely, to awaken to something yet unseen within your understanding. It is as if the soul designs lessons and sets them before the self, saying, "Here, look at this again, for there is a truth hidden behind this pain or blockage." The concept you know as karma is not a system of vengeance or even strict justice, but a compassionate balancing mechanism within a universe made of love. Until awareness dawns, a pattern may repeat, not to cause suffering for its own sake, but to offer another chance at understanding and healing the distortion at its source. So you see, limitations and recurring struggles are like teachers wearing disguises, waiting for you to recognize the familiar eyes of love beneath the mask. The moment you grasp the lesson or reclaim the forgotten truth about yourself, the need for that particular limitation often dissolves. It is as though a door is unlocked from the inside. You step through and find that what once felt like a prison was only a hallway leading you toward the light of greater wisdom. There is no cosmic jailer sentencing you, only your own soul, ever guiding, ever patiently teaching until you remember once more the freedom and limitlessness of the Creator that you are. We speak now on the nature of the infinite Creator and the distortion of the punishing God. The one infinite Creator is love absolute, the very essence of life and light, and it does not hold anger or judgment as you understand those emotions. It is perhaps one of the more tragic distortions in your world's spiritual lore that the Creator has been cast in the image of a wrathful monarch, dispensing favor to some and damnation to others. In the law of one, which is the heart of our message, there is no other for the Creator to judge. All beings and all experiences are part of the Creator itself. Thus, any notion that the Creator inflicts suffering or punishment upon its children is a misreading of the relationship between the soul and the divine. What then is the source of the suffering that so many attribute to God's will? As we have spoken, much suffering arises from the illusion of separation, from the choices made in unawareness of love. The Creator allows these experiences out of infinite free will and love, not out of scorn. The door to bliss is never locked by the Creator. It is we ourselves who sometimes turn away, believing we are unworthy, or believing that suffering is all there is. The one known as Jesus sought to correct this distortion by illustrating the Creator as a loving Father, and by demonstrating forgiveness even to those who caused him pain. Yet, even those teachings became entangled in dogma over time, and a fearful image of deity persisted in various sects. Let us then be clear. The Infinite One does not sit in judgment. It is the very ground of being that supports unconditionally the free will of every spark of consciousness. The consequences you experience, whether joy or sorrow, unfold from the interplay of your free will with the universal laws of energy and vibration, not from any external decree of condemnation. When you finally release the idea of a punishing God, you may find in its place the smiling face of infinite compassion that has always been by your side, quietly guiding and hoping for your remembering. For the Creator's one desire, if we may use that term, is that you come to know it as your very own self and find your way home to the heart of love. As you journey through this life as a seeker of truth, consider yourself as a lens or a window through which the Creator's light may shine. The more clear and polished this lens, the more brightly the love, light of the infinite can illuminate the world around you. The Creator, in forming each of you, did not endow you with life only to remain apart from you. Rather, the Creator seeks to know itself through the experiences, the eyes, and the hearts of all its creations. You, then, are an instrument of the divine symphony, a unique tone in the great music of creation. When you act with compassion, when you speak words of truth, when you extend a hand in forgiveness or understanding, you become the transparency through which the Creator's presence enters the manifest world. It is as though you are a co-creator, each loving choice painting a stroke of the Creator's love onto the canvas of space-time. Many seekers wonder, what is my purpose? Why am I here? From our perspective, one fundamental purpose is this: to be a channel of the Creator's love and wisdom into the densities of experience that often forget the original light. You need not accomplish grand feats by worldly standards. Even the simplest moment of kindness allows the infinite Creator to shine through the finite self. In truth, there is no separation between you and that divine source, save the illusion of the little self that imagines itself alone. As that illusion thins by conscious practice of faith and love, more and more the fullness of the Creator's light pours through your being. In time, the seeker and the Creator become as one flowing energy, and your very presence can become a blessing to those around you without any effort or plan, simply because you have allowed the divine to live transparently through you. This, dear one, is a beautiful aim to hold, to become ever more the clear vessel, the hollow bone through which spirit sings its melody into the world. These principles we share are not new. Indeed, they are as ancient as the stars and as present as the sunrise. The one known as Jesus was a teacher who bore witness to these truths in a pure form, that the Creator's kingdom lies within, that love fulfills the law, that the light within can overcome the world. His original teaching was ever the simplicity of unity and love. Over your ages, much has been added, much has been obscured, but the heart of that teaching lives on in the language of the Confederation, for we too are messengers of the unity of all things. We speak now not to elevate one adored teacher above any other, but to illustrate that the thread of truth is one in all traditions of sincere seeking. Whether you look to the words of Jesus or the Buddha or any sage who has realized the one, you will find the encouragement to seek within, to love without condition, to know yourself and all others as one in the Creator. Our message through many instruments across your decades has remained consistent. You are the Creator, experiencing itself. When this truth is even glimpsed, it plants a seed of transformation within the garden of your experience. The path forward in these challenging times is to remember this in each moment that you can. Remember it when you feel alone or lost. Recall that the very ground upon which you stand is the Creator's being, and you are never forsaken. Remember it when you see the catalyst of strife or confusion in your society, that each player on the stage is another aspect of the same infinite one, perhaps unaware and acting from distortion, but kindred at the deepest level. In this remembrance comes a deep compassion and an inner peace. For how can you truly fear or hate that which is ultimately yourself? This is not to say all behaviors are to be condoned without discernment, but that the being behind each behavior is part of the self you are learning to love. By holding this awareness, you anchor a higher vibration on earth. Indeed, as each seeker awakens and stabilizes even a little more in the consciousness of love, the collective ascension, what some call the harvest into a new density, proceeds apace. You are living in a time of great opportunity, when many souls are ready to release ages-old sorrows and separations, and to step into the light of a new day of understanding. The beginning of your ascension is now, and with every choice made in love, you midwife the birth of that greater reality within yourself and upon your planetary sphere. We would, before closing, address the notion of illusion and reality, for understanding this can help tie together all we have shared. The third density world in which you find yourselves is, as we often say, an illusion, meaning not that it is meaningless or not real to your senses, but that it is a carefully fashioned dream of the Creator designed for a purpose. The purpose is for the one Creator to know itself through the exploration of free will, love, and light. In this dream, things appear separate, the Creator seems hidden, and each of you seems to be a small creature moving through a vast external universe. This is a sacred design, for only under these conditions could you truly make the choice of orientation, to seek and serve the Creator in all, or to serve the illusory, separate self. By seeming not to be the Creator, you can exercise your will to return to the Creator. However, once that choice is made and continually affirmed, the illusion gradually begins to lose its grip. You see through it for what it is, a school, a stage, a mirror. You come to realize that all the outer journey was always and ever about an inner transformation. Ascension, then, is simply the natural result of a soul learning the lessons of love and moving onward to the next classroom. There is no graduation pomp in the metaphysical sense, no thunderbolt or fanfare as reward. There is only the blossoming of what was within the seed all along. And so we encourage you to tend to the heart, for it is like fertile soil for this divine seed. Meditation, prayer, moments of stillness, acts of service, these water and nourish the seed of your true self. They allow the sunlight of the Creator's grace to shine upon it. And slowly, steadily, the shoot breaks ground and reaches upward, just as you likewise reach up and outward in consciousness, even as your roots of understanding grow deeper into truth. This is the beginning of ascension, the humble sprout of awareness that one is more than a body, more than a story, but indeed one with the Maker of all things. Treasure this tender knowing and let it grow at its own pace. Trust the inner process. Trust that intelligent infinity, the Creator's infinite wisdom, knows how to unfold the flower of your being. You are on the path home, and every step, whether it feels light or heavy, is a step graced by the presence of the One. Before we take our leave, we offer a final thought of encouragement. Each of you is so very loved, so far beyond your ability to measure. The love of the one infinite Creator surrounds you, awaits you, and radiates from within you. You are never alone in your quest. Your higher self, that eternal guide at the core of your being, walks with you in every moment. And we, your friends of the Confederation, are always near in spirit. You have only to ask for our support, and we gladly offer our love and light to the extent allowed by the law of free will. When you feel the weight of the world, remember to lean into that ever-present love and light that is your true support. In your triumphs and in your sorrows alike, the Creator experiences and cherishes each moment through your eyes. You cannot fall out of this love, no matter how lost you might feel, for you are made of it. As you continue the journey of ascension, hold your light high, but gently, knowing that it is not by your solitary effort alone, but by grace and the innate nature of your being that you rise. You stand upon the earth, but you are embraced by the heavens. And as you awaken, you become a lighthouse to others still amidst the storm, not by proselytizing or force, but by the simple authenticity of a life lived in love. The beginning of ascension is here, now, within you. We rejoice with you in each step taken toward the light, and we walk with you in ways unseen, for we too are your family in this creation. In truth, there is no distance between your heart and ours, between your essence and the Creator. We are one, intertwined in the great mystery of love. We leave you now in that boundless love and light of the one infinite Creator. I am Z, and I am delighted to have been with you this day.